So tell me something about you, like as we are meeting very first time. So I would like to know something about you.
Yeah, sure. This is Akanksha. I'm calling from Delhi, and my qualification is post graduation. And if I talk about my English, I am also a learner about this language, and that's why I have YouTube channel where I post English conversation videos. Yeah, that's all about me.
Oh, thank you so much. It's a really good introduction, I would say. And yeah, this about me, like my name is Rohit, and I'm calling to you from Varanasi, UP. And about my qualification, I have completed my graduation as well. Nowadays, I want to enhance my communication skill, so that's why I'm here. And I have a YouTube channel also. That's a small YouTube.
Okay.
Mm. So that's
So,
all about.
so what do you do in your professional life?
Yeah, actually, by profession, I'm entrepreneur. I have my own business, so just I'm going with them.
Okay. Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
mm, mm.
Along with
So
that,
are
you
you
are.
teacher?
No, I'm not a teacher. I used to be a teacher when I didn't get married that moment. But in this
Oh,
time, I'm totally homemaker. I have no work. It means professionally, I don't have any work, but I'm seeking job as well.
oh, that's amazing. So, like, since how long have you been here in this journey? Like, when you started learning this language?
Yeah, it's been long time. I would say it's been 11, 12 months. I have been practicing my English. But if I talk
Mm.
about this book, I think more than 6 months.
Oh, more than 6 months. It's a good. So, I have a one question for you. I usually have to face some difficulties while speaking. That is the, lack of words, like a lack of vocabulary. So, what do you think in your perspective? How can we build up our vocab?
Yeah, this is the good way. If you read book, that is the good way I feel. You can
Mm.
get so many vocabulary through the reading, and along with that, you can do listening practice as well. Once you start listening, and as much as possible, if you listen a lot, then you can come across with so many advanced vocabulary, basis vocabularies. That's how you can get so many vocabulary each and every day, and it's totally depend on your listening and reading habits,
Mm.
right? So what do you
So while
do?
listening and while reading, we can enhance our vocab. Sometimes, we try to learn some vocab, but after some days, after some, month, we, again forget that, So it's happened. So how can we keep in our mind that vocab? Like how can that word stuck in our mind?
Simply answer I have, we have to start using those vocabularies which is we have already jotted down in our diary, and unless we use them, we cannot enhance our vocabulary part, right? Only jotting down is not enough for your communication. You have to use in your day to day life as much as possible, like because if you think about, okay, I have to jot down first 10 to 12, 20 vocabularies, and then I will recall it, and then I will remember it, and then I will use it. That is, I feel, not good way to learn any vocabulary. You have to use day by day. Other, if you jotted down one vocabulary in a day and two vocabulary, that's the same time you have to use. And at a time, if you make sentences, at least 5 and 6 sentences, if you start using and make sentences, you start, then you can see the you will be able to use those vocabularies, right? Otherwise, after jotting down, if you close your diary and then you start thinking, okay, what did I write down in my diary next day? That is very difficult. At the time, you have to use, and you have to it means your day to day life, how you can use in your day to day life such kind of vocabularies. That's how you can increase your vocabularies and you can recall for long time.
Mm.
Relate with your
So
day to day life. Relate with
it
your
doesn't
day.
matter. Please, please. Mm.
Yes, whatever you jotted down your diary, in your diary, any kind of vocabularies, that moment you have to relate with you, with those vocabularies. You have to relate in your day-to-day life how you can use them, and especially if you are able to use them in your day-to-day life, it would be good for you, right? No
Mhm.
need to think about particular time I have to use. No, you should try to use, start using. That is the good way I feel.
Mhm. Actually, it doesn't matter how much vocabulary you are jotting down in your copy, your notebook, but it's matter like even you have just jotted down two or three words, even one word single. Try to at least use that word so many times, and not just try to find the scenario where I can use, where we can use. The thing is that anyhow you will have to use that word deliberately again and again. So then that word will stuck to your mouth and in your mind as well, right?
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. That is
So
the
why
way.
for us English is a why so hard? Because sometimes we feel like we are trying to learn and we are trying to become up to mark for a long time, but still we are struggling somewhere in some particular area as well. So what do you think why it's happening is because of lack of environment or anything? There is any other issue why we are not able to improve as the very fast?
Yeah, there is so many issue. Why we are not improving? Why our English is not improving? There is so many reason behind it, I feel. First, our environment also affect, right? In which environment are you coming from? And if you are talking in your native language throughout the day, that it's definitely it will affect your in your communication skills. That moment, if you try to speak in English only with you, only with yourself, that is not that much effect. Unless you speak with your friend circle and in your family member, that's how you can see the result, right? Main thing, our environment also affects. We have a no around us who can talk with us in English. This is the reason, main thing. And second reason, lack of practice. We don't practice at most of the time. Only we make a schedule for 1 hour, 2 hour. That's it. We have to practice. It is not enough, I feel. If you are totally dedicated in this language, then you have to give your time throughout the day, I feel. And whenever you get up early morning, whenever you get up, since then to till night when you go to your bed, if you think in English and if you use your day-to-day life English sentences and you try to think in English rather thinking your native language, then you can see the result. Otherwise, if you make a schedule, no, only I have to practice only half hour and 1 hour, it is not enough, I feel. And yeah, this is the reason. And because everyone, not only Indian people struggling with this language, I feel people who belongs to foreign country, they also struggling with our language, like Hindi language. They are also struggling with our language because Hindi is not their native language. That's how, the same way, English is also our not native language. That is the main reason we we cannot get the people surrounding us who can talk with me, with us entire day. That is the reason. So we have to make our mindset, no, I have to speak English as much as possible. And it is a completely how it will start, only because of your thinking, your thought power. What is your thinking? And if you start thinking English, that is the good way, I feel. And that is the right way if you start your English journey with the thinking in English rather thinking your native language. No matter you are starting with your broken English, if you think about your broken English, don't worry, but later you can find your good communication skills, you can find your good English conversation in your mind, and sentence also come out in a right way. But in beginning time it must be broken English you have to start with, and thinking also thought would be also broken in first time in beginning time. But most of the people get worry about it, that's it, and in between they give up. This is not good way I feel.
Yeah, don't give up. It's the language. It will take time for improvement. And sometimes we think like that. We need to do so many things for for becoming up to mark, like grammar, vocab, sentence structure, and speak with accuracy. So we have to do so many things, and we always think like that. So why we are not able to do, and how much we have to do for it. But the thing is that, as you like I said, as you said here, like one thing we need to understand: it doesn't matter you are making mistake, you are speaking with so many mistakes, but still you are speaking. And don't give up. Try to speak more and more as much as you will speak. So you will see that you will become better and better. And
Yes.
one more thing, as you mentioned here, yeah, if anyone has a their native language is different. So, like a native language is English. So, from them, for them, they have also faced to they will have to face some mistake. Like they will have to face some problems while Hindi speaking Hindi as well. So, because I was watching, there is a Kumbh Mela is going on. Some Russian has come, and they were trying to speak Hindi, right? But they were not able to speak, accurate and proper English Hindi as well. So it means if your native language is still is a Hindi, so definitely for speaking English, you will have to face some difficulties while speaking Hindi. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, actually, I got that. I'm sorry for this. So yeah, it will take some time, and we need to be consistent while practice and reading, listening, all the thing. So definitely the thing will be become easy for us after some time.
Yeah.
So that's and we are also in journey. We are doing the same thing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So
So
have
what
you
do you
ever
think? Like reading is also important or not? And uh, through the reading, can anyone become fluent speaker?
reading?
Hmm.
Yes, reading is very important, I
Hmm.
feel, because if you have no environment at your home and there's nobody who can talk with you in English, that moment reading habits very important, right? Once you start your reading, then you can take lots of benefit, like you can enhance your vocab, you can enhance your sentence structures, and you will be able to understand the stories and the thoughts also once you start reading, right? Reading is a, I think, good habit,
Hmm.
especially if you want to enhance your communication skills, because through the reading you can come across with so many topics and so many things which is you cannot get in our day to day life, because being a Indian people we have a no surrounding people who can talk with us in English. Only the way we can improve our English through the reading, through the listening English content. This is the two things which is we can do. We can enhance our communication skills, and this is the right way I feel.
Yeah, read loudly. That will definitely impact on your mind as well. Whatever you are reading, simultaneously you are listening that thing also, and your tongue is also trying to become more habitual of that things, that language, whatever you are reading. So I completely agree to you. Reading is also very important.
So do you read books every day?
Yes, but I want to read, but to be honest, not every day because I'm not consistent there in reading. But I'm trying to be consistent and regular, at least 1 or 2 pages. I'm trying to read every day.
So how do you get your vocabulary?
Oh yeah, that's the main question arising here. If I will not read, so how can I boost my vocab? Yes, I'm listening, and sometime I'm reading also. But building vocabulary is also long time process, I would say. So gradually, I would say that gradually I'm increasing and developing and building my vocabulary. So that will also take time. So yeah. mm, mhm.
I think it's very important thing.
Yes, yes, we should always do all the things, reading, listening, writing, practice all the things. But we feel bored in writing as well. We don't want to write. But yeah, reading and listening is the most key factor for becoming good in this language. Because
Yeah.
input is also important. No, yeah, you are speaking, so you are doing output. But for that, for for output, you should have something, as like a context and something. So like you can speak something. So that's important. So
Mm,
you can boost your knowledge and you can uh, learn so many things through the reading and listening as
yeah. Two things is very important: listening, reading, and most important thing, speaking, which is which is most of the learner
well. Which,
get.
which is the most important? Really, I totally agree to you because what happens sometimes we have all the materials and we have all the ingredients, but we are not able to make a delicious food. So the same way, like sometimes we have a content and knowledge about the grammar and vocab, all the things, but we are not able to produce them as an accurate way. So for that, speaking comes to speaking, so you will have to speak anyhow.
Hmm. This is the things most of the learners forget in between their journey, and they try to read a lot, they try to write a lot, they try to listen a lot in a day, but they don't try to speak. And just they start complaining to each other, okay, my English is not improving, my English is not important, improving, but they don't know what is the
Actually,
real why.
English is a very hard part, I would say. For them, they don't want to speak because they have some hesitation and shyness, lack of confidence. Because for interacting people, you should have some, like a confidence to talk with them. So that's why, and most of the people they are lacking for confidence. So that's why it's happening. So that's a very challenging things for everyone initial time, beginning time, but after that they can also become a good. So as we are trying to speak earlier, I also used to face this kind of the problem. I was not able to interact with people on video call just because of language. I used to think like that I'm not up to mark and I'm not good. So how can I, you know, speak? So and but most of the people there is some different case. They have all the things, but they have a fear of speaking. They have a hesitation. They don't want to interact people. For them, they will have to initiate. After then, they can learn something.
Hmm. My best part is speaking. I don't believe reading, I don't believe writing and listening. Only I believe think in English and speak as much as possible. Listening is also very important. I cannot deny listening is not important, but only speaking, I believe. Speaking, I had started with my broken English, right? And as much as possible I tried a lot to speak a lot, and still I'm try to speak a lot, and I always try to get the people who can talk with me entire day. But unfortunately I cannot get the people throughout the day, because Being a Indian, we have no surrounding us who can talk with us in English. But only I have two kids, they can talk in English. I always insist them, okay, you have to speak English with me. No matter you are speaking broken English and good English, don't worry, but you have to
No,
speak
it
English.
mean you have a like environment because your kids also like it speaking to each other. So you have in environment as well. Sorry for like it. I had just 20 minutes and now I'm getting late. But it was lovely and fruitful conversation. I would say I have learned so many things to you as well. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.